there's a masterpiece with your name on it waiting to be created at Sizzler's incredible all-you-can-eat tostada and salad bar.
Sizzler.
A big fundraiser is planned for Thursday night to save a small building in Venice. Channel 2's Ruth Ashton Taylor reports on just what's making stars like Elliott Gould donate some of their talents.
It was the regular Sabbath service, one of 10 services weekly at the Orthodox Bay City Synagogue on the boardwalk in Venice. The historic old building has been in the center of a revival of Jewish life in Venice, but as its importance has risen, its chances of survival have dropped.
The crisis is the synagogue has been condemned because it doesn't meet current earthquake safety standards.
In fact, the unpretentious, unreinforced concrete building itself is calling out for help with a sign above the front door. And its members, including increasing numbers of women, such as Dr. Diane Medved, are responding. A star-studded benefit at the Beverly Hilton Thursday is one way. Dr. Medved says it's important to raise money to make the structure earthquake-proof, to replace the leaky ceiling, the heaters that don't work, the poor electrical system, because of what happens here.
People have come together not only based on the fact that they can solve their loneliness, which is so epidemic in Los Angeles, but based on values that have stood the test of time, that have lasted over 5,000 years. And that's something that you just can't let see die. It's something you have to preserve.
When you look at the Venice boardwalk with its assortment of characters, you may wonder why an Orthodox synagogue was put here in the first place.
There were about 12 synagogues in the neighborhood generally, because it was a settlement for old people when they came to retire.
That was in the 20s when this picture was taken. The Bay City Synagogue was part of a thriving Jewish community with many temples and kosher restaurants, before the waterfront changed to what it is now. But a synagogue day school illustrates another change. A temple that had dropped to a membership of 7 old men now has many futures to plan for.
We're raising children here who have good old-time values, to respect elders, to respect authority, to understand what it means to live in a world where one respects one another.
Members recall that in Jewish religious history, other temples have been saved. Sometimes it has taken a miracle. Ruth Ashton Taylor, Channel 2 News.
Thursday's Banquet will be at the Beverly Hilton Hotel, and singer-composer Marvin Hamlish will be the MC for that event.
Sounds good. Meantime, we have an old ceremony with a modern twist today. A group of students from the Emek Hebrew Academy in Sherman Oaks lit the traditional menorah today, symbolizing the start of Hanukkah. But to these students, Hanukkah symbolizes a victory of peace and not conquest. The students used articles of war, bullets, and grenades to make their menorahs, showing that weapons can be made into instruments of peace. The students made the menorahs to commemorate the recent signing of a nuclear arms treaty by the superpowers.